blankly looking at my recycling bin thinking, okay, so you can't be recycled. What the hell do I do with you? I started my zero waste journey in 2015, and every day I inspire more and more people to think about their contribution to landfill. I'm a normal person and I make mistakes, and I want you to know that you can start your journey today because the earth deserves it. Hey, it's Danny De Silvez, the founder of Leafeco.co.uk, and I've been tagged by Jamie Kate for the zero waste tag. So what got me started? Back in 2015, I classed myself as the biggest environmentalist going. I would be that person that stood there with a checklist and I would be judging people harshly for putting the recyclable items into the general household waste bin. Seriously, you name it, I recycled it, and I didn't think there was a damn thing wrong with shoving everything into my recycling bin. However, one day I was holding all of my recyclables and skipping over to my wheelie bin. As I opened up the wheelie bin lid and I placed all my items inside, something caught my eye, and it was a little tiny label which says cannot currently be recycled. And I kind of just stood there for a second, blankly looking at my recycling bin thinking, okay, so you can't be recycled. What the hell do I do with you? I was staring at this packet of snap peas and dread kind of overfilled my body. So I did a bit of research. I contacted my local recycling authorities and asked them what actually happens with the stuff that isn't recycled. And they explained it goes to landfill. First time ever, I was panicking about everything that I've thrown away to landfill without even thinking of the consequence. I was working full time in an office, and somebody sent me an email and tagged me from a post from boardpanda.com of Lauren Singer from Trash is for Tosses, and it described how she managed to fit a whole year's of waste inside a mason jar. And I was like, damn, I'm already doing that. I'm already conscious of the items that can't be recycled, so I'm not buying them. And that's when I entered the world of zero waste and figured that I could really make a difference and help as many people as possible. Question 2, memorable moments. I have 2, so it's probably breaking the rules of this zero waste tag, but I want to share these with you because they make me feel so happy inside. Now, for me being a zero waster and my family and my friends not being into zero waste, I've accepted that it's okay. It's okay that I don't have supporting people around me that value my lifestyle as much as I do. I've always been a bit quirky when I was a kid. I would always be in the back garden, hanging out with the frogs, the wood lice and all the insects. So it's not a big deal the fact that I have a box of compost worms in my living room. Every time I go around to my grandmother's house, she always gives me a jar of her fruit and vegetables, all the kitchen scraps, and I kind of skip home with them and feed them to my worms. My partner's family are my second most memorable moments. So if you scroll down a couple of videos on my YouTube playlist channel, you'll see that in 2016 I was wrapping up some Christmas presents zero waste style. So there was no sellotape involved, it was just brown paper packaging, folded in a certain way and then decorated with some leaves from a local bush and some twine that I bought from a garden centre. He explained to them, look, you can recycle all of this, it's fully recyclable, or if you want to, shove it in the compost heap, it's totally fine. So they actually gave me all the packaging back, which is amazing. So if you are one of the lucky people that will be getting a Christmas present from me in 2017, you'll be having the present wrapped in this exact wrapping paper. What is my favourite book purchase? Now, I am a complete tea addict, whether that's because I'm living in Britain, I don't know, but I go through a lot of tea a day. These are my favourite book purchase ever. So I have black tea. If I don't fancy black tea, I always go with some fruity varieties. Black tea is so easy to buy. Just a quick tip for you guys, if you are in the UK, the black tea that I've just shown you is a PG Tips brand. Now it comes in a cardboard packaging which can be recycled or added to your compost pile, and you can find that in the common supermarkets. The reason that I buy my tea loose is because a lot of tea bags have a plastic fibre woven into the bag structure. Yes, that sounds pretty crazy, but think of it this way. Every time you boil your kettle and you put boiling water on top of your tea bag, you must have noticed that the tea bag doesn't actually disintegrate like you would expect paper to. And yes, you've guessed it, plastic cannot be composted and it can't be recycled as easy. So if you are throwing your tea bags in with your compost worms or into your compost bin outside, It may look like the tea bag disappears, but there will be tiny fragments of plastic still in the compost. Last question of this zero waste tag is, what motivates me? Motivation for me is knowing that I've helped someone on their zero waste journey. I will be the first to admit that years and years and years ago, I've contributed a lot of rubbish to landfill. And a lot of people are going to be saying, Danny, it's fine because all the zero wasters have done that. But I want to tell you this, and I will be completely brutally honest with you guys. I've lived in different locations of the UK and I've had different jobs. Contributed to a lot of landfill waste. Now, the reason for that is because it was my duty and my job to sell specific products to people. For example, in the hospitality industry, lots of food went to waste that customers weren't eating, and that was just scraped into the bin and then transported to landfill. The retail industry, it was my job to not only upsell people on their skin, beauty, all that stuff that we don't really need but we buy anyway. It was my duty to encourage them to spend more money on more luxurious brands or multiple products. And also, back then, it was free to have a plastic bag, so I would just hand them out willy-nilly. And I would like to say that in the different locations that I've lived, that I've probably contributed to about 25% of the local town's landfill. And that scares me, that makes me feel awful. I don't just think about the waste that I've contributed, I think about the waste that I've indirectly contributed from other people that have bought products from the stores that I've worked in. The uber motivation that I have is doing something about what is currently at landfill. I would like to make it my mission to reduce the contribution that we're all sending to landfill and find a way to do something about all of that waste that is already sitting there. And that is the end of my zero waste tag. Before I go, I want to say a huge thank you to Jamie Kate, who tagged me in this video, Snapshots of Simplicity, who is the creator of the zero waste tag. And I want to tag 3 more awesome, lovely people that I regularly stalk on social media because they are that awesome at being zero waste and they're just lovely people. So the first one is Bianca from zerowastepath.com. The second one is Jennifer from ecowarriorprincess.net. And the third lovely person is Joshua from This Little Vegan over on Instagram. And to encourage you to maximize your potential of becoming the most awesome zero waster you could be, then head over to Instagram and look for Leafeco. Hit that button, follow me, and you'll always get updates about the awesome content that I post. So let me know in the comments what it is that is motivating you to become zero waste, and I cannot wait to read every single reply. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye.